Wynn, $600 day 1B, $250K guaranteed. Possible overlay if they don't get a little over 300 people today. Overlays are great for the poker ecosystem. It's always good when the casino or online site has to put up money to meet the guarantee of the prize pool. For instance, if there's a 20% overlay, that means if you're a break-even player long-term, after rake, you're now expected to make a 20% profit on any given tournament with a 20% overlay. Same math applies if you're a negative 20% loser long-term. You're now a break-even player and you can gamble, have fun, and break even long-term. Let's hope there's more overlays in the future. It also makes the field softer because people that were normally on the fence as to whether or not they're going to put up $600 now have motive to get in there and gamble it up if they think there's added money in the prize pool. Their friends might put them in, or they might get additional staking from other investors. So let's embrace the overlays. You can find an overlay of almost 20%, equaling $200,000 every Sunday on America's Card Room. $265 buy-in, low rake, huge overlay, excellent opportunity to get a six-figure score for the low price of $265 on America's Card Room. Sign up today using bonus code Boski. We're gonna bag and tag around midnight. A lot of great hands to report to you guys, so stay tuned. It is raining in Vegas. Hope you enjoy the time lapse. With blinds at 100, 100, 100. We're under the gun five-handed with pocket sixes, so we raise it up to 300. Middle-aged Asian on the button makes it 5,300, 20K starting stack. Probably a misclick, but we're gonna have to go ahead and put in the fold at this time. An hour goes by and we win 0 pots. That's right. A lot of folding, a lot of seeing flops and missing. Down to 12,000 chips with blinds at 100, 200, 200. We have 12,000 chips, still 0 pots, 1. Break is announced, so we raise it up to 600. Ace King off. Middle position calls. Hijack shoves all in for 11,500. We're all in. Middle position folds. King Jack suited face up. Flop comes some rags. Turn is the ace. And the river is the 3. We're crippled down to 700 chips. A fine way to go to break. Still 0 pots, 1. Would have been above starting stack if we don't get 2 outed on the river. That's the pain of tournament poker. Unsure if I'm gonna re-enter. I'm extremely tilted based on a lot of things that have gone on today. Just smell the vape pen and cigarettes in the same breath. Can't think straight. Horrible weather. I asked a guy to show his hand for $1. He replied with, "I got 100K on me, bro. Why would I want your $1? Got some high rollers in the 600. The butterfly effect is a real thing. More so in MTTs than anything else. How one action can change the course of each subsequent action throughout the tournament. I've been the victim of this in the first 2 hours. So I sit down from break. Guy on my right looks at my stack 5 different times and says, "What happened, bro? Did you lose a big pot?" The last hand before break? Please think before you ask such questions. It's common courtesy. So here I am, 2:30, in my truck on the roof of the Wynn parking garage, contemplating if I want to throw another $600 into the fire. With negative momentum, or will the new table draw a new mindset, put me on the path to victory? Was I meant to win this tournament, or was I meant to just go home and call it a day? That's the decision I have to make. Who knows if fate really exists? Maybe I do have control over my choices, maybe not. Mental state and preparation of mental state will play a big factor in if I just drive home right now, or I walk back into the Wynn, hand over another $600, try to run up a stack. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Sun has come out. I'll take that as a sign. I'm not a quitter. Let's gamble. Alright, you guys love hand histories, so here's a couple hands for you. With blinds at 100, 300, 300, I raise it up with ace, deuce of spades to 800 in early position. One flatter behind me and the blinds call. The flop comes king, queen, 6, king, queen of spades, so we got the flush draw and overcard. We put in the C bet of 1400. Person behind me calls and big blind calls. The turn is the 3 of diamonds, a brick. Now it's time to apply the pressure, fold out all marginal holdings, and build the pot for when we hit our flush or ace. Two ways of winning. A lot of good things can happen with a bet here as opposed to a check. Big blind checks and we bet 4,000 chips, setting up a river jam. Late position folds, big blind calls. I'm putting him on a weak king, possibly a smaller flush draw, or a hand like Jack 10 off. The river comes, a 9. So Jack 10 gets there. He checks, and although we do have a range advantage, I'd really hate to just ship it in there and punt it off when this card doesn't change too much. So we check, and he shows us king 5 of hearts. Good calls. Hard to fold top pair when I'm repping top pair, better kicker plus. With blinds at 200, 500, 500, we folded every hand to go from 16,000 down to about 12,000. Finally, we open up with pocket deuces to 1,200 in middle position. Small blind calls, the big blind calls. The flop comes ace, jack, 6, 2 diamonds. Of course, we have fourth pair, but we're looking to rep the ace and get them to fold out their jacks, smaller pairs, Broadway draws, or even call with a flush draw. A lot of good things can happen if we bet here. So they check, we bet 2,000. Small blind folds, big blind calls. The turn is an offsuit 4, a brick. He checks. Now we're gonna put on max pressure to hopefully get him to fold a jack, an ace, or call with a flush draw. You know, these are some good things that can happen by us betting. So we bet 3,500. We have 6,500 behind. We're saying we're playing for stacks here. You want to play, you got to call off your tournament. Here on the river, we're going for it. He puts in the call. Hopefully he's got a flush draw. The river is a 6, pairing the board. He checks. He's being stubborn with a jack or an ace, or he missed with a flush draw, so there's no reason to jam now. We check back, and he shows ace-8 offsuit. Way to hang on. Why fold top pair? These people don't fold top pair. Why not even try? With 7,500 chips, we're under the gun +1 at 200, 500, 500. Under the gun limps. We look down at pocket fives. Is he setting the trap? Do we just fold? Do we limp? We've been extremely tight, just getting blinded away at this table, so we shove all in. Everyone folds to the limper, who snap calls. The trap was set, and he shows ace-jack offsuit. Perfectly fine. We can win this race. Flop comes 6, 10, ace. Turn is a deuce, and the river is an ace. And we are out of the Wynn. $600, $250K. In for $1,200. Didn't even make it past re-entry period. Not going to re-enter. Some days it's just not meant to be. Just wasn't on my A game today. Mostly because I was just getting shit cards, bad flops. When I did see a flop, just a lot of folding. A lot of things have to go right to win a tournament. Today, nothing went right, and we're out $1,200. Pretty tilting and disappointing. Until next time, sign up on ACR, use deposit code Boski. Sorry for being negative, but this is the reality of live tournaments in Las Vegas. It's tough to keep a mental mindset that's positive when everything is going wrong. Thanks for subscribing. Click the thumbs up button and hit those alerts for future live streams and vlogs. Take care, guys. Better luck to you.